Today we're going to learn how to do a 5-minute brush stroke scrub using water and an antiseptic. And your option is going to be to use a brush that the hospital has that has an antiseptic impregnated in it. It's on the brush. And this particular one is called CHG. It has 4% CHG, which fancy term for chlorhexidine gluconate is the fancy term. And in here you'll find a brush with some soft bristles, a sponge, and a nail file. And not a nail file like an emery board, a little plastic nail file. And you'll see what that will look like. Now, you could be at a hospital where their brushes did not have any antiseptic on it. If that were the case, then you would still use this same brush, but you would have to go over to the pump dispenser and get the type of anesthetic you wanted. And there are many kinds on the market. There is CHG, there is betadine, or povidone iodine, so you're going to get to decide. Now, I like to call this a 5-minute timed brush stroke method because I like to combine them all. And so what that means is that your scrub will be timed for 5 minutes. You will look at the clock and scrub for 5 minutes. You will also do a brush stroke method where you're going to count the strokes on each plane of your fingers and your hands and your arms. And we are going to scrub to 2 inches above the elbow. And so you have to kind of estimate where 2 inches are. Now, if your scrub top comes down below where 2 inches are, you got to kind of roll it up. When we scrub, we need to have a hat on, completely covering our hair, a mask, and safety glasses. If you don't want to use safety glasses, you could use a mask with a clear plastic shield. The choice will be yours. Another thing about scrubbing is that you want to make sure that you have removed all your jewelry, any watches, and that you would not have any open wounds, cuts, scrapes, because you wouldn't be able to scrub if you had any open seeping wounds. And now every scrub sink is going to be a little different. This one we all know is timed or sensed with the sensors. Some of the scrub sinks you're going to find when you go to surgery have a lever called the knee kick lever that turns them on. And the lever will come out from the sink about here, and you will put your knee in it and turn it on and off. Some of the sinks will have preset temperatures for water. Some you can set. These you can see we can go hot, cold, whatever. And so I'll be using this one today, and I'll turn it to warm because I would like it warm. There goes our sensor. All right, now, when you come into your OR after you have done the brush stroke timed method of scrubbing, you're going to find a gown. And the gown should be opened on a separate table from your table where your pack is open. That's so that you don't drip any contaminated water on your sterile surface. So a prep table is a good choice for this. And this is my gown that an unsterile person would have opened up. The gown will always be folded inside out. On top of the gown will be a towel. And the towel may be blue cloth towel, or I'll show you this, and I could of course never reach on a sterile field without gown and gloves on. The towel might be paper. So it just depends on the company that your hospital has ordered their supplies from. And so this is going to be my sterile table for my gown and my towel. I'm going to have you open up my sterile gloves when the time comes. So we're going to start with the brush stroke timed method. And so I'm going to start by opening up this brush that's impregnated with the chlorhexidine gluconate. And just to show you what it looks like, you will see the pink on here is the solution. This is the bristles, very soft. Students sometimes say, oh, that's going to hurt my hands. No, it's not. And the brush, or foam on the back, I should say, you could choose to use that. I guess I would use brush. And then here's our nail file, like I said. Sometimes these are blue in color. They could be white. And you're going to use this when we start to scrub to go underneath each nail, the subungual areas and your cuticles on each finger and each hand. Now we'll pretend that we did not take that brush out because we want to leave it in the package so that it does not get contaminated. Get your package open a good amount and you can rest the scrub sink. Now you want to be careful that you don't contaminate that brush and nail file by touching the wall or the sink itself. Okay. So we're going to begin by doing what's called a preliminary wash. And so we're going to sense our water on here, and we're going to get maybe our arms wet to 2 inches above, and we would now grab our soap from our soap dispenser. And we're going to do sort of what we did with the hand washing. We're going to use our nails in the palm of our hand and get between our fingers really good. And this. And we're going to scrub with the soap to 2 inches above, being careful we don't touch our scrubs. And this is getting a lot of the gross debris off. And we're going to get our water on here, and we're going to rinse to 2 inches above our elbows. Now we're going to take our brush and our nail file, and under running we're going to do every nail and cuticle. This isn't going to work. And you can come over here if you want to see. Now you're going to throw your nail file away. Take the bright side of your sponge and start with your nails, and I'm going to do 10 strokes back and forth for a total of 20. We're going to look at the clock and we're going to be done in 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What I do to one hand, I do to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to do the planes of all my fingers. So this side, this side, this side, and this side, 10 strokes back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. And you get the idea. I'm not going to keep counting out loud. If at any time you feel like you need to get your brush wet again, get more suds, you can. You always want to keep your arms bent at the elbows, not down, up. You want the water to fall off your elbows. Now I'm done with my fingers on that hand. I'm going to move to the fingers on this hand. Now I'm going to do the palm of my hands, and I just do a circle. And the back of my hand. Now I'm going to break my arms into halves. here and 2 inches above, and I'm going to do the planes of each side of my hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be careful when you're doing your arm like this that you choose not to bend it this way. You don't want to touch the faucet in any way or you'll have to re-scrub. Now I'm going to go to 2 inches above, and I don't want to touch my scrub top. And we're right at about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to rinse, and I'm going to rinse up. And so just put your hand under the water, and you can twist it and rinse to 2 inches above, maybe. Come out. If you feel like you need to get more soap off, do this. Don't do any pendulum thing. You want to keep your arm up. Same thing with this. And you can twist it and get the soap off. You want to be careful that you don't lean up against the sink. Some of us are shorter than others, and that's difficult to do. Now, we keep our arms up. Don't put them to your body because you will contaminate yourself on your scrubs. Be very careful. It can get slippery on the floor. Back into your OR room, and now we're going to come up to our towel. And we want to make sure the water is quit dripping. Reach down and grab your towel. You're going to pick up your towel, both corners. You're going to open it up, being careful not to touch your scrub top, and put your hand on one side. This hand is drying this. So butts out, dry real good, or your gloves and your gown isn't going to go on very well. And we dry by twisting. None of this. We twist. Do not let this towel touch your scrubs. Hold it out, put your hand underneath, drop it down, and now the dry end is drying my other hand. Once again, work your way up by just twisting and wiping. And now I would put this in a linen receptacle, or I could hand it to my RN. We'll pretend we have one. And now I'm going to put my gown on.